Way! Hi, this is Simple Adventures Podcast. This is Nathan. This is George. I'm Rick. Let's talk about some stuff. Yeah, so Nathan, what have you been up to?
I've done quite a lot this week.
Yeah.
Been a busy boy. Yeah, it's been bloody good actually. We did the Pinnacles walk on Saturday. So that took us 6 hours of walking. We walked up and down. Most people stay there. After last week and talking about going places where people go, we had probably a 20-minute queue to get across the swing bridge. And that wasn't
rather
too much fun.
busy walk then, yeah.
Yeah, it's got an 80 bunk hut at the top. So
It's huge.
yeah, there's lots of people. Not really my thing. Beautiful place though. Magic place, but that's why there's an 80 bunk hut there, you know. So that was good. That was a really good day actually. I wanted to talk about that because we had a discussion while we were there about safety on these walks, and a few people told it were like, oh, you can't do it, it's been raining, there could be flooding and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, look, it's fine, it's fine. And we did it and it was fine. It was perfectly, there wasn't anything to worry about. But it made me think, you'll be the one to answer this, George, but I have a feeling that I underestimate these places because they're not far from the road or sort of civilization. They're not very isolated. So I think that I actually underestimate the danger of them. What do you think, George?
Yeah, possibly, but it does depend on how they're set up. Like a lot of these popular tracks, like you said, you're 20-minute wait for a swing bridge. It's a bridge, not a river crossing. Yeah. You know, and
there is 2 river crossings there though.
So that could be in heavy rain.
But they have a bypass that has a bridge, which I don't understand. They have a flood bypass, which is a little bit longer, but and not much longer, like a minute longer. But you take a bridge.
Would you just take the bridge anyway?
Next time it's like, oh, we could cross at the swing bridge, or we could just, walk a couple of minutes around this way.
Nicky and his sister crossed the swing bridge, and I did the river crossing because I just felt like I should do it properly.
Doesn't surprise
so
me.
the option is there not to go in the river.
Yeah, there actually is, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But the signs say not to use it unless you have to. I think they're looking at not keeping the bridge maintenance down, and I know one of them's have got a really, really big steep drop-off, so the track's not quite as safe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But they leave the bridge there because if the river's flooded, you can still cross the bridge. So.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, that's one of the... And each sort of place is different.
Yeah.
And yeah.
My thing is it's an easy to follow track.
Yeah.
To get lost on that track is pretty.
Is it one of those sealed, almost part
No,
sealed?
some of it is well gravelled and some of it's quite rough.
Yeah.
But it'd have to be some crazy fog blinding conditions to get yourself lost. And if you're not on the track will probably be above you because it follows the top of a ridge. So unless you've wandered onto completely the wrong ridge, and in that case you've been lost for quite a few hours, it's not.
And from what I can understand, it's a fairly busy place, so all you'd have to do is go, hey, I think I'm lost, and 20 people go, oh, walk this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you hurt yourself, someone's around to help you, Like, yeah, we would have probably seen 80 people on that track, so there's people around. But yeah, I just put up the question, do we underestimate the danger of these close ones?
Yes and no, because generally these close ones are busy, but like you said, they have the infrastructure to handle that.
Yeah.
But, if it was somewhere close that wasn't tracked that you're ducking off into, then you could get caught out. If you're just going for a bit of a bush bash and...
Yeah. Because you can get lost fairly close to the road.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of people have died like 100 yards from their car. Especially at night. And that's something else, because they said, because we didn't start till 11 o'clock, and they're like, do you have enough time And we're like, well, yeah, if we're coming down in the dark, it's no big deal. Like,
put headlamps on and keep going.
Yeah, we took heat torches, so we'll be fine. And some people were walking up and they're like, are you going down? Because this is quite close to the hut. We're like, yeah. They're like, oh, you better get a move on. You'll run out of daylight. We're like, well, so what? Like,
we have torches for it.
Yeah. And the bit at the bottom is mostly just a gravel path, you know. So if we have to walk a gravel path in the dark, it's no big deal. So yeah, it was definitely an interesting thing to see the I felt that the people we ran into were way over prepared for nothing, you know. You know, like I didn't even bother wearing a pair of boots. I just wore a pair of running shoes, and you know you're walking past these people with obviously they're staying, so they've got a bigger pack, but they've got boots and they're all like in their serious gear, and you're like, why are you wearing so much clothes? Why are you so, you know, over prepared? And they've got like a map. You can see the map sticking out of their pocket and a compass around their neck. I'm like, it's always good to have your map and compass. I'm not saying that, but the fact that you look at the bottom of your pack, guys, like, you know,
not like, oh, I just walked off the trail a little bit. Where am I?
Yeah,
no,
I don't know. And I like preparedness is good, and you always want to be a bit more prepared. But yeah,
it's a bit like because I've just started the process of packing my own bag.
Yeah.
I've brought a couple of bags, which we'll do in a later video. But you know, starting to look at gear and things like that, and you go online and look at some YouTube videos of some of these guys, and it's like, what? You sure you need to take the kitchen sink as well? It's absolutely necessary. So I'm looking at it and going, well, what's the minimum amount? What's the bare minimum that you've got to take with?
Yeah, and it's different for everywhere you go. And that's why the thought of saying, you know, are we underestimating these more popular places? But I don't think we are. I think maybe we have the skill and the confidence to not have the second or third backup. You know what I mean? Like, we have. It's an easy exit strategy to get out of those places. And to be honest, that area, the Coromandel up in there, there wouldn't be much I'd actually venture off the track up there, especially with a dog, because there's too many open mine shafts up there.
It's a pretty dangerous place too. Yeah. There's lots of holes that you can just fall into.
Yeah.
And some of those are quite deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because back in the day, it was just, oh yeah, we'll build a mine shaft here and just dig right down. And it'd be in the middle of the bush somewhere, because I didn't want anyone else to know where it was, obviously, because they're getting gold out of it.
Yeah, in gold days.
Yeah, and so you're just wandering along, and it might have had a couple of old planks of wood that they put over it that have rotted through. You just walk on, step on it, and you drop down 100 metres.
Yeah, so plenty of people have gotten into trouble up there being off the track. So I don't know, we're on a track, it was easy, it wasn't hard, there's plenty of people around, so I didn't feel it. I never felt it any one time thinking, oh, I'm not prepared for this. In saying that though, like, the clothes I did take, I used all of them, and I was thankful to have, like, my raincoat, even though it didn't rain, just because of the wind. Yeah. So we still took gear to stay warm, but we weren't crazy over prepared, you know. So anyway, that was that.
So George, what have you been up to?
Me? Not a lot. I actually did go for a walk on Saturday night.
Did you?
Yeah, I walked back from one side of Huntley to the other. Everyone told me I was crazy. And apart from a few cars, I met one other person.
Did you catch any Pokemon?
No, I didn't even got that.
No?
No. I don't know what you call a Huntley Pokemon. I can think of a lot of bad words.
Anyway.
Yes.
Let's stay off Pokemon.
Okay, we'll stay away from the Pokemon.
Yeah. I have got it, but let's just stay away.
You Rick has it too.
No, I don't actually. I'm refusing. I'm actively refusing to get it.
I played the original. I don't need the next one.
I did a bit of shopping. I brought a head torch. I brought it blind. I went in and the guy said, "Oh, you don't want that one. It's got like 35 different features or something." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get that one." He said, "You need like a science degree or something to run the damn thing." And I was like, "Yeah, cool. Give me. It's gonna be awesome." So I know how to turn it on and off, and a couple of the features, but otherwise, if I hold the button too long, it does funky things. It's great.
So I have one of these. Well, not this one. I have the model, the bigger model. Takes more batteries and it has a screw that holds the waterproof seal in.
Okay.
So mine you can put in the, like, dunk it in the water, whereas this is just like rain and stuff. But like I don't think you'll ever water damage it. You've seen the function with the 2 LEDs instead of the central one.
Yep.
So I bought mine because of that function, and I really, really like having that not very bright, hugely wide angled for walking in the dark. And I find it's perfect until you have some dick with a really bright focus beam, like George.
Hey, that was flood.
with a stupidly bright LED lenser, walking behind you, and now you've got your giant shadow in your nice big ball of light, and it just annoys you. So I tend to Nikki's head torch does the same. It's a lot more focused, but I tend to run it on the wide angle when I'm walking the bush down real low, and you'll damn near run the batteries for weeks at that. Yeah. Like, it's just using very little power.
I mean, on full blast, because I did
look at some reviews. Better to have.
It's 15 hours, 16 hours at full blast. So.
I doubt it.
It'll be quite dim.
It'll start to dim down.
It does get dim, but from what I was reading about it, it's got a good life.
I hardly ever change the batteries in mine, but I don't like bright, focused light for walking in the bush. I like less light but big area of it. And that's why I got it, and I actually love my one. It's the same. It has all the same features.
It fits fantastic over my pith helmet as well, so I was more than stoked with it.
Stupid helmet.
Well, looking forward to that one.
So we were supposed to record this on Monday,
yes.
But I cancelled on you guys because I wanted to go and shoot some stuff.
Yes.
And we were going rabbit shooting, so we went rabbit shooting. We got no rabbits, but I shot a couple possums. and here's the remnants of my possums in my bag. And have you ever felt possum fur?
No, I haven't. I know.
Stick your hand in. I tried to not get any blood in it, so it should be sweet.
So it should be nice and clean.
So this is at the moment this is valued about $1.25 a kilo.
Yeah. And how much have you got there?
Oh.
In that small bread bag full.
100 grams.
Oh yeah.
But that's 2 possums.
Oh yeah, so a good night out shooting possums, and you could easily $120.
Yeah. You probably need.
Good night out. I thought you meant that was a good night out.
No, it's 2 possums.
No.
Yeah.
2 possums.
We're only shooting on a tiny place.
Yeah. Oh, it's fluffy. It's nice. It's
luxurious.
luxurious. I can see why they make like all sorts of apparel out of it.
It's nicer than the actual possum.
Yeah. Possums are nasty, snarly things. I came across one up at the university. Yeah. I'd been living on sandwiches out of rubbish bins. So this thing was enormous. And it sort of poked its head poked its head out of the rubbish bin, hissed at me, and then waddled off towards the tree. Where it sort of stopped, looked up at the tree, looked at me, and just turned around and said, "Just don't come any closer." Yeah. I was just.
They're vicious.
I went a different way, but I was just like, oh, okay, he just gave up.
So I thought we'd have a bit of a chat about possum fur. And there's a leak in that. Why fur's not that acceptable these days, is it?
Not particularly, unless it's a pest fur. That's how I sort of view it.
Yeah, and so this is the thing is it's kind of poo-pooed, and some of our viewers and stuff are probably of the opinion that we probably shouldn't kill. Even though they're not very nice animals, they'll attack you in any moment.
Well, for international viewers, at least anyway, possums are a pest animal.
They're huge. They're a huge problem.
Huge problem here. We drop bait on them. We do all sorts of nasty stuff just to try and get the numbers down, so they don't eat the bird eggs. They don't eat the trees and everything else as well.
Yeah, the TV's a big one, eh?
Yeah.
So most of the funding for our possum control and our and the poisoning of them is funded by the Animal Health Board, not by our Department of Conservation, like most people think. So it's part of getting rid of TB in animals in New Zealand, and possums are a carrier, but they don't die from it, eh, George?
Yes.
They do die?
Yeah.
You know about this,
Oh yeah, I know a bit about it. Yeah, they get TB in that. Then it's generally for cows and deer.
Yeah.
Especially cows, because cows are nosy. As in, the possum will go like out into a paddock. It's got cows in it.
Yeah.
And it'll be like infected. And it'll have weeping sores.
Oh, okay.
And the cow will go up and sniff it, and that's generally how they reckon it spreads to the cows. But that said, it is called bovine TB, so the probably cow had it first and gave it to the possum, and then the cycle began.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But now the possums are giving it back to the cows.
Cows, yes. Yeah. And deer, and I'm not too sure about sheep, but sheep aren't generally that curious.
No.
They can be, but I don't know too much about TB and sheep.
Okay.
But generally cattle and deer have had big control on them for TB.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And just for people that aren't from this country, nearly all of our mammals, like possums, deer, pigs,
there's only 2 that are not
goats, are all introduced.
Yeah.
And we have no predators for them.
And rats as well, stoats.
Rats, stoats, all of them.
Yeah.
They're no predators, so their numbers just keep growing and growing till they're a problem. Yeah. So next time you see something for sale that's possum fur, New Zealand possum fur, nowhere else.
Australia,
no, particular.
no,
protected
species
Australia.
over there.
Yeah.
So you see
They're a
them,
different possum though.
you see them running along the top.
Same possum?
Same possum.
The Americans are the different possums.
Oh.
You see them running along the top of the power lines here, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a knockout power all the time, and it's a protected animal. But over here, yeah, well.
So if you are driving in New Zealand and a possum runs out, you're expected to hit it. So it's actually law. If you trap a possum, you have to kill it.
You can't let them go.
You can't let them go. So.
And you're allowed to keep them as pets.
You've gone to the effort of trapping it, you gun it.
Well, you might be trapping something else, and you've accidentally trapped a possum, but...
I don't know what.
yeah. Anyway, the thing is you got to kill it. You can't let them go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a different view on conservation. You know, a lot of our conservation is let's not kill animals, but whereas in New Zealand we have this explosion of the wrong animals, which we need to deal with,
and in other countries they're not pest animals, but here they are. Like,
yeah.
And it really is a case of, in order to be able to preserve and conserve what we have as far as native bird species, we kind of have to do these things.
Yeah.
And they get out of control. It's like when they introduced rabbits, they thought, yeah, nice, cheap, easy meal, breeds fairly well. Exploded. Absolutely exploded
But
everywhere.
it used to be under control.
Yeah.
Like, for years, because they had people out killing them.
Yeah.
Because they used to export it back to Britain.
Yeah.
And then they worried.
Canned rabbit used to be a big thing.
Yeah, and then they banned the export of it because they were worried people were farming them. And they were, but, you still have to keep the population in check.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, rabbits became worthless, no one shot them. Bang!
So there's been an issue in this country, I better say.
Yeah, we've had some very poor decisions.
Yeah. But so what?
Same as stoats, and they all got introduced by governments, or whatever department was looking after it back then.
Yep.
This is a long time ago though. This is before
Not that long ago.
Oh,
We're talking not 100 years ago.
Oh, really?
No.
But we're talking before, because the conservation movement and the real understanding and stuff isn't that old, is it? Really?
Oh,
Not usually.
it's not so widespread.
So why were the stoats introduced?
To
control the rabbits.
To control the rabbits.
But
it's like home. We can go chase a really quick rabbit, or we just go and find some really lovely land-based birds to go and eat.
Or alternatively, their eggs, which is, it's like, oh, I could go out and do that, or I can just climb the tree and there's a nest full of food. I know which one I'm going
They
to
got
take.
warned it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And they chose to ignore it. But oh well, anyway, how much are we doing for time?
We were chucking through the time pretty quickly. But what I wanted to say about something like possum fur is we would have, if the demand got so great for it, that say it was $300 a kilo, I doubt we'd have many possums left. No, that would be a good thing.
Oh yes, the problem a lot of it is actually getting them.
Yeah, but it becomes like if you
it becomes viable to put the money into it.
Yes, like if you want, let's say you want to pay. Say it's going to cost you $1,000 to fly into a remote area for a week to trap possums. At $120-ish a kilo, it's probably not worth it. But at $300 a kilo, you can pay for that helicopter ride
Yeah.
Because the close ones are the first ones to go,
Yeah.
and then the remote ones will be the ones left. And so at $300 a kilo. So what we need is demand for people to want to buy it, and it becomes like gold. I mean, look at rhinos. It's illegal to shoot them. They have people, armed guards, guarding them, but because that horn is so valuable, they're going to wipe them out. So let's make possums so valuable, we wipe them out. And then we don't have to spend millions and millions of taxpayers' dollars doing it.
And people do it all on their own. They'll just go, yeah, let's go out possum hunting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The thing is, like, you say you went and shot those. If you're trying to get onto Dockland, which has the biggest, which basically has most of the native forest,
Yeah.
you can't shoot them.
No, you're right,
You have to trap them.
and I agree with that,
Oh,
because
yes,
I don't
I
think you should, because they're nocturnal.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be shooting on public land at night.
No, it is illegal.
So I shot these on private land,
Yeah.
and one of the best things about shooting on private land is that you know who's shooting.
Yeah.
You know, someone random's not going to come up.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
in theory they're not.
Yeah.
But you know who's there and who's around, and you make safety decisions accordingly, you know? So anyway, I just thought we'd talk about that since we shot some possums. So I went with a Chinese guy, who was a friend of a friend,
Yeah.
and he took these naked possums home and was going to cook them and eat them. I said, good luck with that, and you're welcome to them, but hopefully they're nice for him.
Apparently, you can stew them, you can turn them into pies, you can
They
do all sorts.
stink though, eh? Like the smell is not good.
We had a story at school. They had like a school camp. One of the teachers, he cooked up some possum. It was actually eyeful steak, and he gave everyone a try. He goes, "Alright." He goes, "Oh, this is really good, really good." He goes, "Alright, go." And everyone tried cooking up a possum.
Apparently, it's not good eating. Apparently.
I never tried it, so
Well,
I can't actually
there was
say.
a place promoting them. They were doing possum pie. It was somewhere down south.
Yeah.
But they got again they got told they couldn't.
They didn't go through an abattoir.
Yeah.
So, what about pet food then? For the fleshy bits on it.
Oh, yeah, I can't see why not.
Oh, it takes a lot of
But the problem is that
it's a lot of manual handling to get a little bit of meat.
Yeah.
Where'd you get a big bone of cow?
Yeah.
You know?
It's probably just not economical. And they do have a bit of disease in them, eh?
Yeah, TB's.
TB's a big one.
Yeah,
So,
That only really affects the offal. It's like you get a cow that's got TB or a deer.
Yeah.
Meat's still good.
Oh, okay.
Fine, just stay away from the offal.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
Because it doesn't live in the meat. It lives like mainly in the lungs.
Yeah.
And you can spread around the internal organs.
When you check an animal for TB, you look at the lungs, don't you?
Yeah, you get big lesions on it. And
Are they black spots?
black? No, not black. They're like quite pussy,
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, because quite often healthy animals will have black spots on them. I've seen heaps of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like when we used to kill sheep, we used to always have black spots on them most of the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Have a
interesting.
quick ciggy around the back. Nobody sheep.
Oh, terrible.
Right.
So yeah, what was our topic for today? We've
Yeah.
chewed through 23 minutes of podcast without
wow.
actually getting to the topic.
Oh, another one of those.
Another one of those.
Another
Alright,
one.
so we should just keep going.
Yeah, might as well. What, anything else to talk about? You know what the worst thing for podcasts is?
Silence.
Yeah.
Silence is terrible. One of the things I did
Have
do
you actually
is-
got podcasts yet, or is it still just YouTube?
Actually, I have got a couple of other things I can talk about briefly.
What's that?
One of them is that I went into Kathmandu and I went to get some pants to match with my hat. It was the wrong colour, so I took them back, got my cash back, and I was like, well, what am I going to do now? I looked around everywhere and
Are you getting pants or
can't-
shorts?
I was looking for pants with zip off job.
Okay.
So having a look around, trying to find some pants, and I was like, oh, you know what? I can't find them in the right colour to match the shirt that I brought. And I spent $100 on this bloody shirt, and I can't find any bloody pants to match, so I thought, bugger it, I'll go to the second-hand shop, I'll find something green, and I'll just make up a suit out of it. So I managed to find a pair of green pants, which were made in North Korea, of all places.
North Korea?
North Korea.
How'd they get out?
I had no idea. Well, they were the green, so...
A whole village must have been executed when they disappeared.
Yeah. I don't know how much those pants would have cost in North Korea. Probably someone's year's wages or something like that. But they're a lightweight material. They've got badly spelt Western words on them. So they're the pants that I'm going to go with. I also found a tweed jacket.
Oh.
Well, it's actually, it's a tweed jacket. And so I've read some interesting things about tweed. And apparently, you know what? It is the go-to outdoor clothing option in Great Britain. You go hunting in a tweed suit.
You also take some slaves and a horse and let the dogs catch the fox
no,
before
you
you
take
shoot
the
it.
Irish, and the Irish are more than happy to wear it as well. That's actually where a lot of it comes from. It's manufactured in the swamp and marshlands, and it's what they wear around there. So similar sort of conditions to here in New Zealand. They use it in Scotland.
We're talking how long ago though?
200 years ago, but I mean, it's 200 years of development in this technology.
They don't make them like they used to, and thank Christ for that.
Yeah. So I've got that, and there's a photo that's been posted of me in the full cutout. I look like Livingston, and I'm gonna do one day in it. That's for sure.
Oh, you have to do a weekend. You have to like
an overnight. I will do an overnighter in it.
Because there's a higher chance you'll cry if it's 2 days.
We're gonna find a really wet weekend, aren't we?
Or we'll do Harangaroa. Because it's just mud.
I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate it. For safety is a priority, so I will be packing a fleece, and I will be wearing thermals underneath because I'm not silly.
Yeah.
But it'll definitely be an experience.
We'll take you to somewhere that'll nearly kill you, but won't actually.
Pretty.
Oh, that'd be pretty horrible there, though.
Good God. What if I got
all the river crossings?
Oh, you need a lot of river crossings. If you're gonna wear pants, there's got to be river crossings.
Yes. Oh, actually, no, I know a place in the Kaimais.
Oh, do you?
Yes. A place I spent there one night. I just basically walked down the river, walked up the track, and bush bashed.
That sounds good.
This is going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, just so that I can finally go, okay, this is stupid, give me some fucking fleece.
Oh,
because
no,
that point will
actually, I
come.
don't think it'll be too bad. I think you'll be alright. I think you'll be fine.
I insist on keeping the hat.
The head will be fine.
Look,
honestly, you'll
be
fine.
May end up in a tree somewhere or in a gorge or I don't know. It's just probably going to disappear.
But the Kaimais, you see that part I'm talking about, lots and lots of steeplejack.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to cut Rick free at some stage. I'll take the secateurs to get Rick out. If anyone doesn't know what steeplejack is, it's...
I don't, so I was about to ask that.
It's kind of like blackberry, but grippier and...
No, that's bush lawyer.
Oh, is it? Which one's steeplejack then?
It's the sort of viney, grows in big bunches.
Oh, yes. It's horrible stuff. The leaves are quite prickly too, eh?
They can be. They don't get many leaves on it. It's mostly just be a stem. Like in Whirinaki, there's like a lot of it in the punga guts.
Yeah.
And you got bash your way through it.
What's the one that sticks to you then?
It's bush lawyer.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of that. I've been calling that steeplejack.
Bush lawyer.
Bush lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's.
Every time you talk to it, it takes your arm and a leg.
You don't want to go near it.
Oh,
it's actually stinging needles almost better.
Yeah.
So then, for
it'll stick to
anyone
you,
who's out looking around, if you come across a tweed jacket and some bush, don't go near that bush.
It's just stuck there.
It cost the jacket off my back, most likely.
Oh, that's enough silliness.
I think we've done our time now.
We have done our time.
So, from myself, Nathan, and George, keep safe and have a good time.
Alright, sounds good, guys.